Good afternoon, West Coast. Good evening, East Coast. This is Anna and Daily Juice. How are you guys doing? I hope doing fantastic. I wanted to hop on and chat with you for a few minutes. I was thinking about something today, and the best way to put this is a concept that I refer to is paying yourself first. And when you guys joining me here, when you have it on the stream, please say hello in the chat. That's the only way I know you're here. Hi Mark, thanks for hopping on. So paying yourself first, what does that mean? I think everybody understands the meaning of this phrase, but as I work more and more in what I'm doing on one-on-one with clients and having conversations, I realize that as simple as this concept sounds, it is more difficult to actually implement and put in place. So paying yourself first, it's really simple, just like what it means. So I want you to ask yourself a question. When you earn $1, okay, we're not going to go into specifics of what your income is, but when you're earning just $1, think about what happens to that and how much do you actually get to keep. Hi Greg, thanks for joining. Hi Wanda, thanks for hopping on. Good to have you guys here. I hope you had a fantastic, today's Thursday. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is. I do. It's been busy. So when you earn that $1, right, or however many, zeros are after that, what happens? What do you actually get to keep? And as we all know, we got to pay a fair share of taxes. But the way that most people's finances operate is such that we have something called net pay, and I talked about this a couple of episodes ago on one of our Money Days shows, is knowing your net pay. What do you actually get to take home, right? So when you're thinking about earning that dollar, what is actually left over? And that's the operating amount that you have to live on, right, to sustain your lifestyle. Now, the biggest mistake that all of us make, right, because even I do, right, the way we set up our finances is that we want to make sure that we can cover all of our expenses. We want to make sure that all of our bills are paid, nothing is missing, okay? But if you think about that, what is the most important piece out of all of these things that we get to pay on a monthly basis, right? Yes, it's important for you to keep your lifestyle, but I would argue with you that paying yourself first, and what that refers to is making sure that you focusing your resources, the ones that you have right now, on saving. So paying yourself first equals saving, okay? Because you and your financial goals have to come before you actually pay your mortgage, you pay your rent, utilities, and all of these things. You go out to dinner tonight, all of those things, yes, I know they're important, but what's more important? Is it more important for you to have all of these things and not get to achieve your goals, or is it more important for you to stay on track and achieve your goals? So ask yourself that question, right? There's not a wrong or right way to do it, but there's a smarter way to do it. So how do we achieve something like that, right? You have to figure out the logistics of how you get paid, right? If you work for a company, you probably get a W-2. You get a paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. So you have to figure out, once you get that paycheck, where can you pay yourself, right? Or where can you send specific savings so that it accomplishes your goals, right? Because that's what's gonna drive everything you're trying to achieve. Because you can always spend what's left over. And the less you have, the less you're gonna spend. So it's a little bit of a different thinking than we are all used to. So so starting next month, September is over, but as you're sitting down, I want you to be thinking about and asking yourself a question, right? Or next time you earn additional income, maybe you have two jobs or 3 jobs, right? Maybe, I don't know, whatever it is, but ask yourself a question. How can I pay myself first, okay? Because as you know, things work out, because you can figure out how to live on less if that's what you have to do, right? But at least the biggest check mark you can have is when you can check that box off as far as I paid myself first. And I talk about this every week on my Money Date show, because that is something that we actually tracking. Not only our expenses and our income, but also our savings. So that's where that comes in place. So the question I have for you to start asking yourself, how can I do that? The amount is going to differ for each and every one of you. That's not the point. The point is to start recognizing that your goals, your dreams come first, okay? Everything else is secondary. And one of my favorite quotes from Grant Cardone, he does a lot on, he has a lot of cool books out. I was actually listening to one of his books today. I was sitting in traffic here in the DC area, Sell or Be Sold. And this quote, I don't think it's from that book, but he's famous for it. So it says this: pay the price today so that you can pay any price later. Okay? So think about that. What are you willing to sacrifice so that you can get to where you're going? Thanks guys for hopping on. Send me a comment in the chat. I hope this information is helpful. I will be back tomorrow, and let me know what topics you're interested in discussing. Anything. I would love to hear your feedback. Okay? Thanks so much for hopping on. This is Daily Juice, and I hope you get to pay yourself first.